Congratulations,
Thank
Levi
you.
and Cynthia. But
Yes.
first of all, massive congratulations. I was ecstatic. I can imagine Cynthia screaming there, right?
Yeah. She is like the best supporter ever.
First of all, Levi, I want to say like 17 years old. Wow. Going to Stanford and now you're going to the Paris Olympics.
I'm so thrilled.
How does that sound? Has it sunk in yet?
It has not. I'm being so honest. I still feel like I'm dissociating from reality. Like this has been a dream of mine since I started gymnastics. Ever since I knew that like there was such thing as the Olympics, I was set on that. And I've worked like so many years for this and pushed through so many ups and downs. And it just feels all worth it to be able to get to this point. And I just continue to think that I made the Olympics and it just blows my mind. Like it's literally so hard to fathom that I've made it to this point. And I mean, I always felt that I was going to be able to like accomplish a lot in gymnastics, but this is just incredible. And I'm so honored and so ecstatic.
I want to ask you that question. I know I heard Steve, my colleague Steve, interview you, and he said that you and your dad and your mom were saying that, yeah, you saw the opportunity to compete for the Philippines. So was that always something that you wanted to do, or you still had to think about it? And how did the decision process come about?
Yeah, so I have always thought about it since I was really young and first started thinking about training for the Olympics and going down the elite path. It was always something on my mind that I would love the opportunity to compete for the Philippines. And in more recent years, it just became like more on the front of my mind. And we ultimately made a decision, and I'm so grateful that I did. And obviously, it wasn't an easy decision because like I am based in the US, but I just felt like really honored to get the opportunity to compete for the Philippines and to be like connected with that side of my family and be more connected with my grandpa and my dad's side of the.
Yeah. So tell us about your lolo. So it's Tony Ruvivar, right?
Yes, Tony
Okay.
Ruivivar. Yeah. He honestly was like such a joy in my life. I always loved going and visiting him. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, which is really sad. But he always was telling us stories about the Philippines, like so many, just funny. He was really funny, and so he would tell us like all these like random stories about how he used to like sit under his dad's like chair, like knitted chair, and like poke him in the butt. And then like his dad would get scared because he thought it was like a snake or something biting him. Or he would tell us stories about like just I don't know, he always like repeated the same things and I found it like so fun. And then I also love being immersed in like the Society of Seven, which was his band.
Yes.
And he was always involving us in like karaoke and singing and dancing. And I remember like lots of Thanksgivings and Christmases where we would just go and sit around him while he would play piano at his house and just like all bond together. And I used to like put on little performances and like he would play the piano. And as a little girl, I would like dance to the piano. And my like my everyone would just watch and like it was such a fun time. And I specifically very vividly remember like times where I would just like really elegantly and like passionately dance to just anything that he would play.
Well, I can see that you really loved your lolo. So
Yeah.
I guess you listened to the songs of the Society of Seven. Did you have you listened to them?
Yes, I did go to one of his concerts a long time ago though. I only got to go to one because by the time that I was like old enough to go, he wasn't really doing as many concerts by then. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice that you actually got to go to a concert. So where was that? Do you remember? And how old were you then?
Yes. It was in Las Vegas, and I want to say it was like 10. I'm not exactly sure my age, but around then, yeah. So it was like 7 years. Yeah.
So that means you can sing too, because you said that you would like sing while he was playing the piano, right?
um, I don't know. I don't think singing is necessarily my strong suit, but I'm like enjoy sometimes like for my mom's birthday. Um, I played a ukulele with my dad and sang "I Lava You." Um, and like so my family enjoys like doing those types of things. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best singer. Like I don't have an amazing voice, but I love the experience of it.
Okay, let's just say that your gymnastics is better than your singing.
Yes, it is. My gymnastics is definitely a stronger suit than my singing. Maybe if I practice singing a lot as much as I practice gymnastics, maybe I'd be better. But I really love to dance. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, going to your incredible performance in the uneven bars, I mean, that routine, your qualification ranking was, I think, seventh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
I
then
yeah.
eighth, right? Yeah, and then you leveled up and you did way better in the finals and you got up all the way to silver. So what did you do? Like, what adjustment did you make, or did you have a different mindset going into the finals that you were able to jump so many spots?
Yes. So I definitely consulted with my coaches after qualifications, and I feel like I really zoned in on my big training the day. Like I had a rest day, but that's where I utilized my training, and we
Yes.
just started to put in some upgrades into my bar routine, which I actually have never competed before, so it was like a big risk to.
Wow. Did you
So
so you said you actually incorporated some moves that you've never done before?
yes, that I've never competed before. Two, I added a Stalder full into my Rikna. So I added a new skill and a connection. And then I also added my TOEFL into my dismount. So that was the first time I've ever competed those skills. And I just
Wow.
basically, my coach, like, and he told me, like, this is your time to go big. Like, if there's any time, like, leave it all on the floor, do everything you can, and like whatever happens happens, but at least you know you gave your all, you gave it your best effort, and like this is the time to take the risk and like give it your best shot. And so that's exactly what I did, and I like am so happy that it paid off. So in before I and then also like before I went, like I just had a feeling. I actually like I was telling my mom this earlier today, but I like went and stood in the corner like before I like competed, just to like have a second to myself and think back and reflect, because I knew like going into event finals that in order to qualify for the Olympics, I needed to hit my absolute best and I needed to beat like some of my other competitors, and just a lot of things had to align. And so I just went into like the corner. I was just like, you got this. No matter what happens, like I love you. It's okay. You can do this. Like give it your all. And no matter what happens, I love you and you got this. You can do this. You can do this, Levi. So then when I got up on the podium and they called my name, I like took 3 seconds to just like take it all in, hear the crowd, just hear my heart beating. And then I just like, once I got on the bars, like I just feel like I knew I wasn't gonna get off. Like I knew that I was going to hit the routine. Like I just feel it in my body. So and then I just like went by in a flash, and just so many emotions were like coursing through me after the routine. And then seeing that I got second place, it just was such an honor. And hearing like how much support I got from the Filipino community just like made me smile so much. I just was so surprised and so honored and so blessed to like be able to have the support of everyone and hear them cheering and screaming, and just everyone just felt so happy, and I'm so glad that I was able to like share in that moment with everyone.
That's incredible to be able to have been able to do those new skills at the World Cup,
Yeah.
needing to do it to
Yep.
qualify for an Olympic Games. That's amazing. You really, really, you crunched it out. I mean, Yeah, no wonder you guys are like super celebrating after, because I mean, it takes a lot of nerve to do that. So
Yes.
yeah, I wanted to ask, so you were born in the US, right?
Yes.
Have you ever been to the Philippines?
I have not. My grandpa always, or my Lola always wanted to take us, but unfortunately we didn't get to go. But we are planning on going to the Philippines after the Olympics to do some clinics with some of the younger gymnasts and to just like get the opportunity. Yes, and model. And she said, "Do yes, I I do enjoy modeling and doing brand deals and just anything. I do love the entertainment industry. I think it's a lot of opportunities.
Is that gonna be before Stanford or after Stanford?
Both. I can do both. I
Yeah.
can do college, I can do gymnastics, I can do modeling and acting, just everything. I want to do it all. I want to take it as much as I can.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you got it from your dad also. Can I just please get a comment from you, Cynthia, about how happy you are that about Levi qualifying? Carlos just won a gold and a silver. I mean, wow, you must be like super duper happy.
Super duper happy is not the right word. It's better than super duper. Better than super duper. I'm really happy.
So you actually have three gymnasts now qualified, Aliyah, Carlos, and Levi. So is this the last tournament now?
Yes, Aliyah, you forgot about Aliyah. Inigan.
Yeah, Aliyah, Carlos, and Levi. So is
Yes.
this the last tournament for them now?
Yeah.
Before Paris?
No, there is the Asian Champs.
Oh, okay. So when will they be going to Europe, and how will they be training before the competition? July 20th.
1 month in Metz. In Metz, we have a training camp, and they're giving us 1 month. A training hall, plus hotel, food, even we're going to have a cook from the Philippines. Everything, nutritionist, all sponsored by Smart and Signal, not by Philippine Sports Commission.
Tell me a few things about Levi. Just describe her to me as you see her, because you saw her do that incredible uneven bar routine.
Yes. Levi, is a very shy person. He's very shy, but she's getting there now. We're pushing her to be more talkative, but she's getting there. And then also I think the Philippine community carried her.
Mm-hmm.
They carried her because it's amazing. It lifts up your spirit. If you have heard how they were screaming for her, amazing.
And I do have to say that before I went, like in the morning during breakfast, Cynthia said to me, she was like, a strong mind carries a weak body, and she says that all the time, and I really do think that that's like very true. Like when you set your mind to something, you can accomplish it no matter like how tired or just like no matter what.
Yeah. So you got an extra push by hearing all those Filipinos cheering for you, which you didn't expect, 100%. Right?
I was not expecting there to be so many Filipinos.
Diane, we bought 600 tickets and gave it to the embassy to give all the Filipinos free tickets. And then yesterday they all ran to me and said, "Yeah, we're locking 25 tickets." So I had to get 25 tickets this afternoon and gave it all to them.
I'm not in the interview, but I'm just going to say from over here, when they announced Levi's name and the crowd went wild and all the Filipino flags that went up, I started crying. I burst into tears and I had to hug the man sitting next to me. I cried on his shoulder.
Yes,
Yvonne.
Tears. It took me by Levi came, they announced her name, they announced her competitors, then they announced Levi's name, and the whole arena went wild. I was trying to capture it on my phone.
You didn't?
No, I did, but I was trying to capture just her face on my phone and on the Jumbotron. And when the crowd started screaming, I was like, "What?" And I looked around with my phone, and there were Filipino flags everywhere, and I burst into tears. It was truly like I've never. It was amazing.
So amazing. It was the best crowd I've ever had in my whole life.
So the man that you hugged beside you, I'm sure he was Filipino.
I hope so.
Anyway, Cynthia, I know you have to go to the awarding, but can you just please give me your comment on Kaloy's gold medal performance on the P-bar?
Well, to tell you the truth, he's not here to win any gold medals. He was just here to look at his competitors and to see, because he's here and he's already qualified. I'm not worried about him. I was worried about the two girls, but he's qualified. But when he did so poorly in the floor, he saw my sadness and he told me, "Don't worry, I'll do well. I will make it up in the P-bar, and don't worry, it's okay." I said, "It's okay," because he saw that I was really disappointed with his floor routine.
So you're still very confident for about multiple goals for Kaloy in Paris?
Maybe, yes. I'm expecting at least 2.
Okay, so I guess that would be the P-bar and the floor, or vault? P-bar and vault, or P-bar and floor?
P-bar and floor. Armenia is so strong.
Nice. Well, Levi, what do you think of our Carlos Yulo?
I have to say he's actually such an inspiration. He's such like a humble, kind person. He's very giving to others and very like he embraced me, which was like really, really nice. And he's such a very, very humble. He's such a hard worker. I see like how much guts he has in and outside the gym. He gives everything to his sport, and it's really an inspiration. I have to say, it's really inspiring. He's
Fantastic.
an amazing gymnast.
Okay, Cynthia, you're gonna have to pull her to Manila. You're gonna have to pull her to Manila.
She's gonna come in June 21.
Yeah.
June 20.
Yeah.
And then after for the clinics, and then after the.
Yeah.
She's coming on June 20?
I'm hoping that she will be there for the send-off.